What's up, YouTube? Coming at you with another first for YouTube knife review. This is the Antonini Nauta, made in Italy. Fantastic knife, guys. Get to that in just a second. Antonini has no knife reviews on YouTube, so I'm proud to be doing the first. Antonini is out of Italy. They're out of Maniago, Italy, which is known as the City of Steel. It's the Solingen of Italy. It's what Detroit is to cars. Maniago is the spot for knives. Sort of an SOS series of knives for fire, rescue, police, military style folders. Blunt front ends, safety cutters, carabiner holes, lots of nifty, neat little stuff there. And mine is the Nauta, designed for boating, rescue. It is a excellent knife. I would recommend it highly to anyone who does paracord, and I will get to that in just a moment. It has a sheepsfoot, half serrated blade. The sheep's foot was initially called that because they actually shaved sheep's feet with them, the hooves, that is. This sheep's foot is popular with sailors and boaters because obviously when you're on a rocking boat and you're working with the knife, no problem. Blunt tip, no tip. Nice chiseled flat grind edge. It's not chiseled, I'm sorry, it is sharpened on both sides. And beautiful, beautiful lines on the handle. Wish the blue would show up a little better than it is, but it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife with beautiful, beautiful lines. Reminds me of, say, Ferrari, Lamborghini, other fine Italian gorgeous lines. The reason I was most interested when I first got a Nauta was I wanted a nice Marlinspike knife. This is a Marlinspike, common with boating and sailing, fishing, knots. This is a monkey's fist that I make, very popular. When you're tightening and loosening knots, you can get right up under one, and the shape where it gets thicker and tapers down to a thin point, if you can get it under something, you simply push through for a second and you've made a giant loop there to untie or tie. In this case, I tighten these up with the help of a Marlinspike. In the case of untying, and when you're working on cobra stitches and you've messed up and you want to back out and start over, they can be kind of a bear to untie. So with a Marlinspike, you simply get it under the knot, push through. It's now basically open that loop up a lot for you, and you just pull it on out. And it really makes quick work of untying. And if you're wondering, if you're not familiar with Marlinspikes, the point is pointy, but it is not sharpened at all. It's just rounded off so that you can easily get it in there and work with rope. The Marlinspike, interestingly, has a liner lock. It's actually the same liner as the knife blade. I'm going to open that. So it's a dual liner lock. You can see the one side, and the lock on the knife is also engaged. Not that you would want to have both out at the same time, just showing you that it's the same one-piece construction in the liner. The knife has a lock on it. It locks in the closed position only, which is great and a good design. It's a sliding lever there, right there. And that little lever locks the blade so that it won't open. Just slides into the little notch, if you noticed, in the front of the blade. So when that closes and you slide the lock, it slides into the front of the blade. Now you can safely work with your Marlinspike without any worry of the blade opening up on you. It's got a nice pocket clip. I prefer pocket clips that sit tight to the handle. This one does. The blade centering is pretty darn good. Sorry about the lighting. It is slightly over to this side, and when I tighten the pivot screw, I did notice that that does line the blade up, but it's just a little tight for my liking with it perfectly centered. And even though it is not perfectly centered, it does not hit the handle when opening and closing, so that's no problem at all. It's got dual thumb studs, so it is ambidextrous for lefties and righties, and it's got the nice big open hole here for easily opening in a lot of different positions, like the just picking it up off the table kind of thing. Opens right up. It's a really nice smooth action. Teflon washers, anodized aluminum handles. The blade is 440. All the Marlinspike and all the screws are all 440. 440 is a good choice for water environments. It's not a, it's not as, you're not able to, say, harden it and get the same characteristics out of it as, say, an ATS 34, 154 cm, S30V, some of the super steels, but a lot of the traditional European knives are still 440, and when you look up dive knives, a lot of your dive knives for the people that can't afford titanium are still made in 440. So it is a good choice for truly wet environments, and this knife was clearly designed with that in mind, and just very nice overall quality. Here's the sheath. Excellent, excellent sheath. And here's where the multi-tool part of the knife comes in. Comes with 6 bits. You can, of course, put your favorite bits in there. And you saw the driver. You're wondering where that goes, right? Excellent design. It's like the Leatherman knife of Italy. It's magnetized, so it is loose but not going anywhere. And then you could put any of your favorite bits in there, like I said, and get some good use out of that knife that way. Probably asking, how heavy is this knife? It is a big knife, and it does have a little extra weight with the Marlinspike. Here's a lighter to give you a size idea. And it is a large knife, and you do get extra weight from the Marlinspike. But I got my digital scales out earlier and got out all my pocket knives. This inexpensive Maniago knife weighs more. No extra tools involved. And my Benchmade Mini Ruckus weighs more. No extra tools involved. And there you have it. It's so size-wise very comparable to the Ruckus. Very similar sized handles. Very similar sized blades. The Ruckus weighs a few grams more. The Maniago, inexpensive skinning knife, weighs more. So I'm very impressed with it. I think it is the nicest folder available as far as Marlinspike knives go. I'm sure that's arguable. There are some nice Marlinspike knives out there, but there are not many, and there are not a lot. I think Meyer Chin makes one, and SOG makes one, and maybe some of the more traditional style pocket knives like Case have them, but I prefer the liner lock style pocket clip one hand opening folders, and this meets all those criteria for your daily everyday tactical knife. And if you're really into paracord, guys, this is the one. This is the only one out there that even has this kind of level of craftsmanship and functionality. Just gorgeous machining on the handles, on the aluminum, gorgeous blue anodizing, nice finish on all the steel, and any of you rescue personnel, military, fire, EMT, all would have an interest in that style blade. And I don't know if you have a use for the Marlinspike, but like I said, very comparable to other knives, weight, and the same kind of class range and size, with the addition of the Marlinspike. With the liner lock and everything, wouldn't want to pry and lever with that too much, but certainly a Kubotan style self-defense implement as well that you could carry in many different fashions and ways to use. But just a great overall design. Even the jimping for the use of the Marlinspike there on the back, you can see there. You know, just thought of every little thing they could. Nice Torx head screw construction all over. Standoffs on the back, open through, easy clean design. And mine sees just a lot of use. The Marlinspike is great for paracord, of course. So is the flat grind, straight edge blade. It's just perfect for push cuts on paracord. And I'm not a big fan of serrations anymore. I used to be, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you guys enjoy the knife. Run out there and buy some Antoninis. Just show you one more through the flyer here, just if you're still with me on the video, going over a little bit. But here's one with the safety cutter and a carabiner hole. A little bit of a tip on that one, a sort of a modified sheep's foot. Very little serrations, just a little bit on the back. Another safety blade with a recurve and a rounded off tip, reminiscent of your Emerson and Benchmade type safety clips. This one has a, you know, multi-driver. You can, I hope you can make that out. That'll hold a multitude of different sizes, carabiners. And just wanted to give you a quick flash here through the Antonini catalog, because they do have so many cool knives to offer. These are all carabiner clip knives. You can open a little part on the back and clip to yourself, clip to your pack, clip to wherever. And then they have some sort of specific tool knives, saw, lanyard, and the sheaths with the bits. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know if you have any questions, and please subscribe. Thanks a bunch.